last week I looked at my predictions from this past season, the F1 2021 season. But how well did I do? Well, according to my point scoring system, I got 57 points. But we'll see how many points some other YouTubers did. So we'll look at 5 different YouTubers. We have Arav, which you all should know. We have Aldas, we have Tomo F1, and we have 2 people from the Traction.gg team. We have John and we have Osley. So let's see how well they did. As you can see from this, from here, you can see my points. So I got 57, lower is better, and you can see my predictions here. But let's see how Arav did. So if we go here, we have his full predictions list here, and we'll see that he fully predicted Verstappen and Leclerc first and second, which was interesting. He thought Perez would be a bit worse, but he wasn't. They have George Russell, who he thought roughly the same, and Carlos Sainz too. Hamilton, obviously, we didn't expect the Mercedes to be that bad like it was. Then he predicted Norris correctly. Ocon, he thought would be a bit worse. Same with Alonso. Then you have Valtteri Bottas, which I've seen a lot of people have predicted, including me, have predicted him to be a lot lower than he actually finished, which I feel like is good. The Ricciardo, obviously, he thought would be a bit better. Vettel, he thought would be a bit worse. Kevin Magnussen, he actually did a prediction with. He thought incorrectly. Gasly, he thought would be a lot better. The Alpha Tauri too than it was. Then you have Lance Stroll, obviously, a bit worse. Schumacher, he fully predicted. Tsunoda, not as good as he thought. Joe, a bit better than he thought. They have Albon, who he thought would be 14th, but finished 19th. And then you have, obviously, Latifi. So let's see how many points he gets. So Arav got the score of 50 points. So he did 7 points better than me. And where we can clearly see that is because he predicted a few more people spot on than what I did. I was a bit rough. But hopefully next year we'll see how good he does. But how good was Aldas this year? Oh well, here we have it. We thought Verstappen would finish 5th, which, yeah, wasn't that good. He thought Leclerc would finish 1st, so roughly the same. Perez he thought would be a lot worse. Russell, he thought would be a bit better. So we call us Sainz. Hamilton too, but I've already spoken about that. Then we go to Lando Norris. He obviously got spot on. Then we have Ocon, who we thought would be a bit worse, same with Alonso. Bottas, we have already spoken out a bit. He predicted him to finish 16th, so everybody it seems like both Arav and Aldas thought that Valtteri Bottas would finish a lot lower than he actually did. Then we have Ricciardo, he thought would be a lot better. Well, we can see here also from Ricciardo down, there were a lot of people he thought would be a lot better. So we have Ricciardo, Vettel, Kevin Magnussen, Mazepin, he predicted using Mazepin, not Kevin Magnussen. So that's why you have this discrepancy. Then you have Gasly, who he thought would be a better. Lance Stroll 2. Mick Schumacher, he thought would be a bit worse. Yuki he thought better of. Joe, he was very close, but still no cigar. Albon, he thought would be really good this season, but it wasn't that good. Well, I would say the car. And they have Latifi, 17th. So he thought it would be, a bit better. But how many points did Aldas get? Well, I have some good news and I have some bad news. Good news is Aldas got equal points with Arav, so they're better than me. But bad news is I'm not that good at predictions, apparently. But might we have finally someone who's worse than me? Let's see how good Tomo was. And I feel like if we go from 10 and down, He didn't do so well. So let's see. Obviously, Verstappen, he thought would not win. Leclerc would win. Perez, a lot of people would finish. A lot of people thought he would finish sixth, not third. Then you have Russell, you have Sainz, you have Hamilton, you have Norris. So basically, here he thought the second Ferrari and what's it called, the first Mercedes would be a bit better. He thought Russell would be a bit worse. Lando Norris he thought would be a bit better too. Then you have obviously Ocon, Alonso and Bottas, so everybody thought would be a lot worse than they were. They have Ricciardo he thought would be a bit better. Then Vettel and Magnussen he thought would be a bit worse. Then you have Gasly predicted 7th, who came 14th. Lance Stroll predicted 19th, actually came 15th. Schumacher 2, then Tsunoda obviously 10th. He thought Yuki Tsunoda would finish 10th, which he didn't show. He thought 20th. Here we come to the most interesting part. He predicted Albon 11th and Latifi 14th. Bit odd, but he probably thought, He probably thought that the Williams would build a lot better car than they actually did, which is a bit not sad, but yeah, we'll see how well he did with his predictions. Well, let me just say, we have someone finally who is worse than me. But how much worse? Well, quite a lot worse. I got 57, he got 70 points, which is a big difference. But yeah, I thought he made a bit of a gambling move. He might be a bit of a gambling man, him. So yeah, I thought it was really interesting, his predictions, but hopefully becomes better next season. Me too. But now we come to the traction guys. So let's check out John. And if you don't know traction, they're motorsport games, news outlets. So the parent company is a bit sketchy, but the people actually of traction, I feel like, are very good. I like their videos quite a bit, and they make quite interesting things. But they make videos on R-Factor 2, but obviously not on the motorsport game situation and what happened with NASCAR Heat, I think it was, the NASCAR game. But let's get back into the video, and obviously he thought Verstappen, he thought the Red Bull wouldn't be so well, so he thought Verstappen would finish 5th, Leclerc a bit better, Perez 8th, which is interesting. He thought Russell 2nd, Carlos Sainz 6th, Hamilton 1st, so he probably thought the Mercedes would be a bit dominant. They have Norris he thought would be really good too. Ocon he predicted roughly they're correct. Alonso obviously he predicted fully correctly. Valtteri Bottas 7 positions off, Ricciardo 4. Then you have Vettel, who he thought would finish 11th. Magnus he predicted Mazepin, and there, if you check their video, they say like none, and then they add 3 points. But from seeing where they predicted the drivers, you can easily see where he thought Mazepin would fit. And in my video, even if you predict a driver who was going to drive back at the time of making the video, but isn't now, we don't care, we'll take his replacement. So he finished 13th, he thought 19th, so 6 points added. Then everybody underneath, it was basically the same. Albon he thought would finish 14th, which is alright. Then Latifi 18th. So, and then we can probably check out his mate Owsley and see how well he did. He also thought the Red Bull would be quite good at 3rd, but he thought the Ferrari wouldn't be so well. So you have Leclerc 7th, which is a big jump from where he actually finished. Perez is 6th, he thought. Then Russell he thought would be a lot better. Sainz spot on. Hamilton obviously thought would be a bit better. Then Norris he thought would be a lot better. I don't know why these two he thought the McLaren would be a lot better. Oh well, then Ocon and Alonso and Bottas, the trend is they they believed that they will be a lot worse, except Alonso got very close. Ricciardo 8 points, 3 points off. Vettel 2, obviously Magnus, the Mazepin Soccer, you have 7 points off. Gasly thought would be a lot better with 5 points off. Then you have 3 drivers in a row with 3 points off. Zhou very close. Albon 3 points off, and Latifi 2 points off. So let's see how the traction guys did. Let's take a quick pause from the video. If you like this video, please go down and hit the subscribe button and also click like. I will really appreciate it, and that will make me even more motivated to make even better content and even more content for you, the subscriber, to make you even happy and more knowledgeable about everything in F1. Back to the video. So now we have these two, and let's reveal what they got. Well, John got 56 points, and Osley got 64 points, if I correctly counted everything, which means we have 2 winners. We have Arav and we have Aldas. And then we have in 3rd place, we have John, then we have me, then we have Osley, and last and not least, we have Tomo. So those were the predictions made for the 2022 F1 season. I'll be doing this video next year because I feel like it's interesting to see how well other YouTubers did. So we'll see what happens next year. Hopefully I make a better job. Hopefully the other F1 drivers make a better YouTubers make a better job. But in a whole, hopefully we all become better. So that was it for today. If you liked it, please hit the subscribe button and also the like button down there. Comment also what you feel like I should do during this winter holidays as videos, because it's the F1 off season. We'll see what happens. Next week's episode, we'll see what happens, because I have a big test coming up. So it might be a shorter video or less we'll see what happens. I feel like it might be another F1 inspired video, or might be just a random little video. We'll see what happens. But until then, I've been Racing Legend, you've been my amazing viewers. Thank you for watching. Good. Bye!